A very good Tuesday morning to everyone out there. Landon here in the driver's seat with you to bring you your latest weather or not forecast, courtesy of Ohio Valley Insurance. Folks, our forecast pretty much came to fruition. We had a little bit of snow that mixed in on the backside last night with some rain showers out there, but overall, temperatures were just too warm to get anything on the ground. We've received zero reports of any frozen precipitation throughout this morning. No reports of slick travel as well. We do have a few locations that did down below freezing, so maybe an isolated slick spot, but for the most part, we've got no worries in that regard. Taking a look here at the latest satellite imagery overlaid with the latest surface analysis, we have got this area of low pressure that brought all that rain and storms yesterday afternoon into the overnight, well east of the area. You can see the clouds are scampering out, heading out in that direction as well. The good news is loads of sunshine is going to be coming right back into the picture for us. You can get an idea of that overlooking the Sexton Bim Builder Sky Cam, looking off to the west from Gold City this morning. Crystal clear skies taking shape over in that direction. Same can be said if we jog upwards and take a glance over the Beechtree News Sky Cam up in Morgantown. Crystal clear skies going to be the name of the weather game throughout the vast majority of today. Partly to mostly sunny skies. We will also be warming up significantly in the temperature department. Speaking of those temperatures, folks, this is the reason why we could not get much, if any, frozen precipitation to the ground. You can see we're already passing on into the 6 a.m. hour. We're still above freezing across portions of the region, but we have dipped down, closing in on the freezing mark right around Simpson County and Butler County. Logan County, the coldest, dipped down between the mid and upper 20s this morning. Again, we received hardly no frozen precipitation. Travel should be in ship shape for the most part. Maybe a little bit of wet pavement or an isolated slick spot out there. Nothing much for us to worry about. Getting a look here over at the latest surface map, you can see what's taking shape as that area of low pressure presses off to our east. High pressure building out of the south is going to bring a drastic improvement for us in regards to our weather conditions, all right? We can jump over here and take a look at the latest model guidance and give you the breakdown of how things are going to unfold here over the upcoming days. We have got a couple of shots of weather makers that's going to be rolling in here, most notably on Friday with the opportunity at some more frozen precipitation. That remains to be seen. It's going to be another complex forecast. Working throughout today, high pressure from our south will slowly but surely turn winds out of the same direction. We'll be up between the low and mid 50s this afternoon. Not going to be too bad whatsoever in the great outdoors. With high pressure closing in, folks, Wednesday into Thursday, we're going to be taking those temperatures upward all the way up between the low and mid 60s. Going to be even warmer and nicer out there. That's a promise. As we get into Thursday, we're going to have an uptick in cloud cover with this passing little clipper system just north of the region. We might catch a stray drizzle or two out of it, but some cloud cover to deal with throughout the morning, maybe a bit more sunshine during the afternoon and evening. But keep your eyes on this deepening area of low pressure over the Great Plains as we work throughout our Friday and on into our Friday night. I would like to note we are currently looking at the Euro model, and it likes the idea of a healthy little snow swath impacting the region Friday afternoon on into the early pre-dawn hours of our Saturday. This is how the setup will be. We got the low pressure system diving down south, warm conveyor belt picking up all the warm moist air, sub-freezing layer of air coming down on the north and west side of the low. That's where we were last night. We just didn't get temperatures cold enough. On the cold side of the low could result in another little nice little minor snow event for us. So we're obviously going to be keeping close eyes on this, folks, but this is the Euro. Let's compare that to the latest GFS model. We work throughout the week, we get into our Friday, and look at the displacement of the low from where the GFS is currently located to it being displaced hundreds of miles south, looking at the latest Euro. So no, models are not in agreement as we speak. It'll be somewhat of a blend of these if one was to take a guess, with the low pressure system likely coming through somewhere around the Tennessee and Ohio valleys. Another pain in the rear end for us forecasters with another good old dose of Kentucky weather setting its sights here on the region. So we're obviously going to be keeping close eyes on this as we work throughout the upcoming days, all right? And here's a look at the latest blend of model guidance in terms of the probability of seeing at least 1 inch of snow on the ground by sunrise on Saturday. As you can see, chances are not that great. We're on the lower end of the cusp, anywhere between a 10 to 20% probability of getting any meaningful snowfall on the ground. So we'll be keeping eyes on that, folks. But right now, it doesn't look like it's going to be too much of a hassle. But regardless, we'll be following this closely. Winter weather systems, folks, they kind of take on a mind of their own, as we saw yesterday, all right? Something else I want to note is wind speeds. As we work throughout today, it's going to be beautiful and nice. Winds calming down out of the west. A little bit more winds as we work through the pre-dawn hours of our Wednesday, and we get into the morning hours right around the 15 to 25 mile an hour range. But here on Thursday, whenever we do receive that little clipper moving to our north, we could be dealing with some very breezy southwesterly winds in the Thursday time frame, upwards of 20 to 30 mile an hour gusts at times. Another little nuisance there before we look at the potential for some snow chances as we roll into the final day of the work week. Here's a full breakdown for your next 5-day weather forecast, folks. Absolutely immaculate today, tomorrow, as well as Thursday. Lower 50s this afternoon underneath rays of sunshine. Low to mid 60s Wednesday into Thursday. And then attention turns to Friday. Clouds will be on the uptick throughout the morning. Maybe a few hit-miss rain showers during the afternoon with highs up into the lower 50s. Then a quick drop in temperatures to just below freezing Friday night. Potential for a light snow event to take place with some minor accumulations. Sunshine comes back Saturday into Sunday on into President's Day, along with a warming trend. Lower 40s on Saturday. By President's Day, folks, we're going to be making a run right back up between the mid and upper 50s. That's going to wrap up your Tuesday morning weather or not forecast, brought to you by Ohio Valley Insurance. You all take care of yourselves and each other. Get out there and soak up some of that vitamin D and warm temperatures, not just today, but on into Valentine's Day tomorrow as well.